Obviously good to bounce back from such a dramatic loss, and to get a win by 20 at home was great. I was concerned about, how would we be mentally going into this game. You have one of the best crowds in years here last game, and you knew there'd be a little bit of a drop off. It's understandable, but good win. Happy to get Sebastian some time. Happy to get Jay Allen some time, and Tovar and KJ Jenkins back in a rhythm. So good win. We got to get better. Tough one on Sunday.
Questions for Coach?
Since you mentioned him, let's just start right away with the fun one, and that's Sebastian getting some minutes, and he's the biggest cheerleader on the bench. I'm curious, why you chose tonight to get him some minutes. Was it just because of the opponent, or is?
No, I think I didn't. We do need to move towards him playing more at that backup five. I didn't think New Mexico State was probably the game to do that. But I told him before the game, I'm going to go to you at the backup five. And I thought he was good. He works so hard. Phenomenal teammate. I mean, just amazing. Never has a bad day. So I thought today would be a good opportunity matchup-wise to give him a look. And then as I was watching him, he looked comfortable out there. He is about as easy to root for as you're going to find.
As he's walking out, I asked KJ, hey, what should we ask him and KJ just kind of had a grin. He didn't tell us what we should probably ask him kind of stuff, but he said, why don't you ask him why he doesn't dunk on more people? Just dunk a little more. Is his aggression something that you do hope to pull out of him? I see him running to help the other guys up.
Yeah.
More than anybody. He helps the other team up.
Yeah, I think Sebastian is a phenomenal person. I mean, just as good as it gets. I think the stronger he gets, to go along with his skill set, I believe he's going to be a really good player. I really do. But yeah, you got to get that killer instinct in you when you're on the court. So he's got to find that switch, because he is one of the nicest people out there. But it was great to get him 18 minutes. I've been trying to find some time to do it with E-Man out. I thought today was a good game, and so very, very happy that he played well. And I believe he had a dunk, did he not?
Yeah,
which was great. Yeah.
E-Man, just real quick, since you mentioned E-Man, can you give us an update on E-Man and what?
Yeah, I mean, he got hurt before New Mexico State in practice. It looked bad. Fortunately, it's not bad by any means. I would be surprised if he plays Sunday. Then we can kind of reevaluate. It's a knee, but it's nothing too serious. But he'll miss a little time.
Is it the same knee though that he had injured?
I knew you'd ask it. Sure. Yes. I don't know. 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Go ahead.
Richard, with Jamal and Jalen just hitting 5 field goals, what does it say about your team though that you were able to take control and pull away in this game?
Yeah, they didn't play great by any means. I didn't, as the game was kind of somewhat, in our hands, I wanted to play them less. Mash seemed very, very tired. House has been having a nagging injury. It was great to get Sebastian going. It was great to get KJ knocking down shots. But more than anything is we got to get better, and those guys have got to get healthy. And Mash and House played a lot of minutes.
Respond is what you've been saying all year. You wanted to see them respond. It was, I added a 15-11 with 10 minutes to go in the first half, and then you guys turned that into 29-13, and it was early on. So to see an early run like that and not kind of drag this out a little bit, is that what you were?
It was great. Yeah, I mean, the first half we were guarding, which we just have not been very good defensively. But 31%, and I think Denver's a good offensive team. They move the ball well. They run good action. So to set the tone early and then to go on a run was great to see. Second half was not as good, obviously. But yes, that was going to be a much harder game, I thought, mentally than we all realized. You just, like I said before, that was one of the best crowds I've been a part of. Last game, you lose an emotional loss, and then you got to bounce right back. You don't have much time to kind of feel sorry for yourself. So it was good. First half was really good. There were some good moments, and the second half, getting those guys some playing time was great.
Probably some benefit though to not sitting around and feeling sorry for yourself for too long.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because I was telling the radio guys, Hunter and Rob, that you all have a couple of games where you always talk about like, oh, I can't believe that happened, and that was one of those. A shot, and give them credit, over the head. It is what it is, and you have to be able to move on. Good, bad, or whatever, you have to be able to move on.
Coach, looking ahead to UTEP, what do you know about him? How do you think he match up?
I don't know much about him besides I watched the UTEP New Mexico State game and it was down to the wire. I mean, they hit New Mexico State hit a shot at the buzzer. Sunday we need a packed house. It's a great game time. It's a regional rivalry. I know their coach does a great job. So I haven't watched much besides that, but I was impressed with their toughness, their physicality, and they got some good transfers. So listen, none of these games are going to be easy. So we got to be ready to go.
One more quick one for me. I know you talked a lot about getting Sebastian and Jay Allen some of those minutes, but Jethro did have a double-double. He seemed like aggressive Jethro tonight, and he's not always maybe that way. Anything you told him?
Yeah, I thought he was really good, and I could have probably played him a little bit more, but I wanted to get Sebastian some time. I thought, rebounding the ball, 11 rebounds, 21 minutes, terrific. He was dialed in, and Sebastian and Jethro are very young. I mean, Jethro is technically a freshman. Jamal Mashburn is technically a freshman. Sebastian's obviously a freshman. So they're going to have good moments and bad moments. And today he looked like a veteran player, and you got to take advantage of opportunities like that.
Coach, you had 9 different guys recording assists tonight. Are you seeing progress in terms of the ball movement and the decision-making guys are?
We talked a lot about that. We are not getting enough assists, especially with guys who can make shots. We're not getting enough assisted jump shots. It's too much isolation basketball. We're not turning it over, which is great, but we've got to work on that offensive flow has got to be better. It was better today. I thought they were trying to move the basketball. Not there by any means, but pretty good today.
Anything else for Coach?
All right.
KJ, you guys, tonight, obviously, you respect the opponent, all that kind of stuff, but this isn't New Mexico State. You guys lost an emotional one. To come out and take charge from the opening tip, really midway through the first half, you guys really separated and it was never close again. What was the emphasis to make sure you guys didn't have a letdown game?
Yeah, it was just about how we responded. I think we did a good job, letting that New Mexico State game go, not letting those emotions come out to this game. I was really proud of the group on how we responded and just, trusted what Coach was going to say.
Curious how much Coach had to talk to you guys about that? How much he just sort of let you guys try and figure that out? Or was it something you guys talked about?
Yeah, I mean, we try to work on, a player's coach team is, more powerful than a coach team. So what Coach says, we want to take that to the practice court, and into the game. And I think we showed that today.
As far as, on the court in your game, a lot of it was in the second half when they were trying to make a run and kind of sneak back into it a little bit. But you had career high in points.
Yep.
D1 career high anyway. Career high in points and 3-pointers. Were you kind of feeling it? Is your ankle? You feel good for the first time? Or?
Yeah, just trying to get my rhythm back. The guys trusting me if I'm in an open spot, so that's a big part of it goes to them. But just getting back out there, and like I said in any other interview, I'm just happy if I can contribute to the win.
KJ, y'all were 0 for 8 shooting threes in the first half. You personally in the second half had 5. What was the difference between the two halves?
Nothing much. If you're a shooter, Coach trusts really everyone to shoot. And we all had good looks. Some didn't drop, but a lot of these guys have confidence to go out there and just keep shooting when it's even 0 for 8.
All right, so Sebastian's going to come in here, I think, after Coach, and just to see him get out there, get 7 points, a couple rebounds. Like, what's it like seeing Sebastian kind of come along and get a game like that?
Someone that doesn't get as much minutes as they want. That's really everyone. He really sells himself. To come out there on the court every day, stand up for everyone. Coming out, the practice court. It's everything, man. Sebastian is a dude that you just got to respect at the end of the day for how much he loves this game and loves this program and is bought into winning.
You guys have a bigger cheerleader on that bench than Sebastian?
No, I don't think so. I really think Sebastian's my guy.
Yeah.
He's the one.
All right, quick turnaround, obviously, in 3 and 8 days, or 7 days, whatever. I'm an ag, math. So, UTEP coming up on Sunday. 2 of them, real rivalry kind of games. UTEP used to be a rival here, not quite like New Mexico State, but how do you guys turn around now and put this one behind you and get ready for a Sunday afternoon game?
Definitely enjoy the win tonight. Enjoy it, but show up tomorrow and lock in for UTEP. That's our main focus, to get on a winning streak. we have many opportunities going into conference to get better and grow. So I think UTEP is going to be a big challenge for us. The bigger guys and more discipline. So it's going to be a good game.
What does that look like for you, KJ? You guys, you put a win behind you, you get back to work, all that. When you come back to practice tomorrow, what does that look like for you? Just shifting gears to the next game.
It's not much. It's just you show up and work. What happened today. You learn from it. You go into film, you watch your mistakes, and you just take it to the practice court. That's the best thing about basketball is like you wake up and looking forward to trying new things that you learned or what coach says. So that's gonna be a fun one.
How much time do you guys spend one-on-one with coach, in between games or just over the course of the season so far?
Right. His door is always open. That's one thing he preached to us about the first thing when he came here. I think coach does a great job of getting the player feel and developing that relationship with his guys off the court where it makes you feel like you can just go in there and talk to him. So coach is that guy also.
I was gonna look. I don't have the possessions right here, but you guys are playing fast, a lot of high possession games, and 6 turnovers in a game like this. What are you guys doing as guards? You guys just start coughing it up when you're playing that fast. You're supposed to have more turnovers, and you guys aren't.
That starts with obviously Jalen and Mash. They're heavy on the ball and they're doing a really great job of controlling it on the offensive end by not turning it over. Turnovers is a huge part of our success also. So I think we all just bought into that and seeing what they're doing, and it just makes us know that we have to bring the same energy and same thing and take care of that ball.
Anything else for KJ?
Thanks, man.
Career high 7 points tonight. So questions for Sebastian?
How'd
You
it
can
feel,
choose-
man?
You can choose which language you want to answer.
No, I felt great to just get on the court and that's we work it every day in practice to get off the pick and roll to get looked for the bigs, and the guards work hard to do it. And today I just felt like moving the ball was good and getting open looks for everybody, not only the bigs, but I think it was great for the team. And for me, it's just playing with this crowd in this city is just amazing.
All right, so you're even doing it right now, but like everybody's already fallen in love with you just watching you on the bench this year, cheering for the guys like crazy. As KJ walked out, I asked him, what should I ask him? He said, that's my guy, and everybody seems to love you so much. Like, you seem to love Lobo basketball, and you haven't been playing a whole lot until tonight. Like, are you really enjoying this that much, man?
I like it very much here. For me, I've always been that guy. My freshman year of high school, I was always, because we had a dominant big when I came in, and obviously it's the best high school in Sweden, so I knew I was sitting on the bench. But whenever you get your opportunities, just take it. And now, as my mom taught me, it was like, you treat people how you want to get treated. So if I give the guys energy on the court when I'm on the bench and hype the crowd up, they're going to do the same for me when I'm on the court.
Well, then in that same vein, then the one thing KJ said, I told him, what should we ask him? He said, ask him why he doesn't dunk on more people. When you dunk, did you see that bench kind of?
Yeah, it's amazing. Those guys, it's more of a family feeling from here. It's very nice. But for me, it's just getting used to the American game and the speed, and then my athleticism will come. And obviously, Mashburn with a great pass to me is just, you got to dive it off with a good dunk.
I know your dad's active on social media and stuff like that. He was watching on the stream. He got to watch it. He said in a tweet, what's the family going to tell you after this? Are you going to go text them right now, or what time is it there right now?
What's the time here? I don't even know.
It's 9 o'clock here.
So it's probably around 5 o'clock in the morning or something. So it's pretty early, but now I'm definitely gonna text all my family members, and it's just on Sunday we will actually get to watch the game as it's 1 o'clock here. So it's actually pretty early at home. So it's gonna be nice having the family to see the games. But they watch every game after, so it's nice to see them every game. Even though I don't play, they watch the team anyways.
You've been in Albuquerque for a few months now. What are your impressions of the city and just the state of New Mexico in general?
No, it's a beautiful city. It's nothing different. It's very different from Sweden. So I'm just getting used to like the nature and everything. So the people are amazing and they treat us. That's one of the reasons actually why I came here, because it's really a basketball town and you really get treated as, like I played overseas. I played half a season of professional, you really get that treatment over here. Even though I had no fans when I played there, but it's just a professional feeling when you're around the system and around these guys. And obviously a great coach who treats everybody like they're equal and nobody gets left out. And it's hard, especially overseas. It's hard to see coaches that treat everybody as equal.
You got
So-
AI on your shirt. Is he one of your favorite players?
One of them, the player I look up to most is actually Dwayne Wade. I watched him ever since he started playing basketball, just because he plays with everybody looks at his scoring when he goes downfield, but it's just his vision, how he can hit, like when he played with LeBron. Obviously, it's pretty simple when you play with the GOAT, but he obviously is a great player. But Allen Iverson he came in, obviously crossed over the GOAT by that time, Michael Jordan, so he's just coming in as a youngin', having a little bit of chip on the shoulder and just performing.
Who's a big man you kind of idolize and want to pattern your game after?
So I'm not the most athletic big man because I'm pretty big. But I look up to Nikola Jokic a lot because I like to pass the ball to get other players plays, and obviously it's great to score the ball, but I like to get assists more and great for others. So Nikola Jokic definitely. I'm kind of the same body build as well.
Anything else for Sebastian?
Yeah, what's the biggest thing you've learned playing D1 basketball so far?
Obviously the speed is very different because back home I could operate a lot faster because my head was faster than the game. But here it's just, I got to it took a little bit of time for my head to catch up with the speed, but now I'm getting more used to it, and in practice I'm getting better at just finding guys and doing plays. And in game 2, as the pass to KJ, who obviously made a great shot, that's one of the, obviously the speed and also the athleticism and the way teams can just switch like this, you can go on the momentum swing in the game, goes so fast.
All right.